Hey everybody, today's video is it's just going to be a session for relaxation, kind of like a hypnosis session and a meditation session all mixed into one. So just kick back and relax and enjoy. As a reminder, never listen to this hypnosis recording while you're driving. Those of you that come to me for a hypnosis session or who take my certification courses to become professionally certified hypnotists, or those of you who read my books in self-hypnosis will learn that a hypnosis session is comprised of three different sections. The first part's called the induction. This is where I just get you nice and relaxed. And basically what I do is bore you into a coma with my monotone voice. Now, once you get into that state of relaxation, your brainwaves have slowed down and you're very, very calm and relaxed. And you may find yourself drifting in and out of attention. You may even think you fall asleep. As long as you keep coming back with me, you're just very, very deeply relaxed into a very deep state of hypnosis. And you still know exactly where you're at and what's going on. That's called the induction. The middle section of the hypnosis is where we deliver suggestions. Now, since I'm just doing a very generic relaxation session here, I'm just going to give you some very brief suggestions about well-being. The third portion of the hypnosis session is where we emerge you and bring you back into normal waking consciousness. So if you're curious about how hypnosis works, I have a video actually with that title. So you're welcome to dig that out and look at that and learn more about that. But for this video today, I'm just gonna relax you, just give you some suggestions for well-being, and then bring you back into the world, and we'll call it a day. So go ahead and get nice and comfortable. This is nothing you need to watch. Don't need to take notes or anything like that, unless, of course, you're one of my students and I've instructed you to do so. But I doubt that's the case. So just get yourself nice and comfortable. Feet up if you want to. Make sure your phone is on airplane mode. Even if you put it on vibrate, you're not going to hear it, but it's going to disturb you. It's going to maybe snap you out of a very deep state of relaxation. So do whatever you need to do to be in an environment where you're not going to be disrupted. Get your feet up, close your eyes, get your hands on your lap, and I'm going to have you start by taking in a really nice, deep, deep breath. That's it. Nice deep inhalation all the way. Then I want you to hold that. Holding. And then gently release. When you're ready, we'll do that a second time, making this a little deeper than the first time. Again, deep, deep breath all the way in. Beautiful deep breath. That's it. Holding. And once again, release and relax. Beautiful. And when you're ready, we'll do that a third time. Always making this the deepest of the deep breaths on this third count. Beautiful deep breath all the way in. Again, holding, and holding. And this time, as you exhale, just let your whole body go slack. Feel the release of any tension, any tightness, as you give yourself permission to become loose, limp, lazy with relaxation. As you bring all your focus now, all that awareness up around the top of your head. Just notice your scalp. Think about your forehead, your eyebrows. Notice all the little muscles around your eyes and your mouth and how they soften with relaxation as you release any tension, any tightness, anywhere in and around the face, the neck, the throat. And as you follow the flow of that relaxation down into the shoulders, just let it cascade over the shoulders, flowing through the upper arms and through the elbows, continuing through the forearms, through the wrists, into the hands, and releasing any tension, any tightness from the tips of your fingers. That's it. Now bring your focus back to the larger muscle groups of the upper back and chest. And just notice how those muscles soften with relaxation as well. And as they do so, you can feel the flow of that relaxation beginning to melt down the spine. And just follow that warmth as it moves into the shoulder blades, down into the rib cage, moving around the sides and all through the stomach. Feel the warmth of that relaxation all through the middle back. Feel it flowing into the lower back, continuing through the pelvis, moving into those thighs and releasing any tension, any tightness. From the tops of those thighs, and gently flowing through the knees and into the calf, continuing through the ankles into the feet. That's it. And releasing any tension, any tightness from the tips of your toes. That's it. You're doing beautifully. Now you may know that we relax both physically and mentally. And you are doing beautifully with the physical relaxation. Now for the mental relaxation, I'm going to count back from 10 to 1. And you'll notice that with each number you hear, you can feel yourself falling deeper and deeper relaxed, falling deeper and deeper within yourself. And as if you could imagine these numbers etched into the wet sand of the beach, as those waves gently roll in and you see the numbers dissolving right before your eyes. You feel yourself floating and drifting, falling deeper and deeper as those waves gently roll out. That's it. Starting at the count of 10, deeper down, more relaxed. That's it. 9, deeper and deeper. 8, floating and drifting, deeper down, more relaxed, from 8 to 7. 'Floating and drifting wherever you want to go. 7 to 6. Still noticing the sound of my voice, but in more of a detached sort of way, as if from a distance. And 5, easily disregarding all sound but the sound of my voice. 4, drifting, floating deeper and deeper relaxed. 3, just letting the rhythm of those waves lull you into that deep stillness. 2, feeling the rhythm of your own stillness, a calm, steady heartbeat, that soft, rhythmic breathing from 2 all the way now to that count of 1. And as you watch that number dissolve right before your eyes, you feel the release, the surrender. And you find yourself here in this beautiful state of relaxation, where you have access to the subconscious part of your mind. And because you have access to this vast warehouse of information all about you, you are in control. And you feel the satisfaction in knowing this, because it's here, in this beautiful and very natural state of deep relaxation, where you have the ability to create new habits, new rituals, new routines. And upon the creation of new habits, beliefs, and values that serve you, you find a new way of interacting with life. You find yourself feeling that sense of joyfulness, of wellness, day in and day out, because it is simply your nature to do so. That's right. You get to choose. This is your life, and you are in control. So I'm going to give you a moment to visualize yourself making just some small kind of change for yourself. Something measurable, something important to you. A new habit, perhaps waking up on time each morning, perhaps getting to sleep on time each night, perhaps remaining calm as you drive your car in the freeway. You decide. And as you imagine, as you see yourself engaged in this activity, you see it just the way you want it to be. And so it is that you create this change, that you give yourself this beautiful gift. Now in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. When I reach the count of 5, you'll be back in normal waking consciousness and ready to carry on with the rest of your day or your evening, feeling better than you have felt in a long, long time. Starting at 1, feel that beautiful satisfaction of knowing that you have the ability to create the life for yourself that you desire. 2, see yourself engaged in the behaviors just the way you want them to be. Feel what that feels like. Up to 3 now, beginning to bring yourself around a little bit more. Just noticing the feel of those cushions beneath your body. The sound of my voice getting a bit louder from 3 to 4. As you wiggle those fingers and toes, let that circulation kick up a notch as you take in a beautiful deep breath. Gather all that energy, all that momentum and that confidence. As you exhale to the count of 5, gently open those eyes. Just take a moment and look around. Look at your surroundings. Take in a few deeper breaths. Bring yourself back. And know that you can do this each and every time you want to change anything in your life. It's just this simple. This is what you can do with self-hypnosis. And I have a full book, I have a full course, and I will be making lots of videos on exactly how you can make these changes for yourself. And I know that you read the disclaimer on the screen at the beginning of this, that you never listen to this kind of recording while you're driving. I want you to be safe. But I hope you enjoyed that. Oh, I did. I always get a little bit of it myself, you know? So that is it. That's all hypnosis is. It's just beautiful, deep relaxation with a targeted focus. Let me know what you think about that. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. Hit that notification bell, give me a thumbs up, and leave some comments in the comment section there. I'd like to know what you thought about this. So take care, and I will see you on the next go round.